What's fascinating is that you're starting to see now, coming out of this anti-CRT stuff, I think it was something in the American Conservative I read that was essentially trying to reestablish the Dunning School, which is the sort of prevalent historical interpretation of Reconstruction, trying to reassert that because they're now claiming it is wrong to reprint, I think Du Bois's Reconstruction, the book. They're complaining about this now. I mean, this is where it's traveling to, right? Like they
Oh yeah, it's always going to expand because it's never going to end with Cracker. It's a ridiculous take regardless. It will, as long as you continue recognizing this as like a unique form of oppression, and that's very real. As long as you make, white identitarians feel valid about their plight, even if they are totally antagonizing and totally creating a false victimhood narrative deliberately and cynically, they will continue to make gains, and you see it. Like that's how we got to Charlottesville. Like you give them an inch and they take a mile. And ultimately, I suspect, like, calling someone a Nazi, for example, you could totally make the argument that this is a racially charged term. I mean, this is most of the time it's being used towards white people. It's, and I think it's oppressive. I wasn't a part of the, Nazi party in 1938. That's ridiculous that you're calling me, a white person, a Nazi. I think you should be banned for it. This is, there's the endless opportunity there.
And again, the issue is just sort of, context matters. The most weaponized I remember Cracker ever being used in my lifetime was on episodes of, I think, the Jeffersons against the neighbors who would come by. But they were all actors, and it was a sitcom, and they were all paid. And it was just written in the dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, I personally have never met, and I myself have been called Cracker many times, going after like different fandoms. Shouts out to the Barbs out there if you're watching, Sam. I've been called a Cracker many times, many times. Definitely more times than most of the people crying about being called a Cracker on the internet. Doesn't matter. It's a ridiculous thing. It's not dehumanizing. It's not. It's not associated with any sort of like serious oppression.